Hey guys, it's Corinne with Thompson RV in Pendleton, Oregon. Today I'm going to show you a brand new 2025 Creekside 21 RBS in the Titanium series. So as far as outdoors RVs lineup, the Creekside is going to be your half-ton towable models, right? So they're going to be a little bit shorter, a little bit more compact, and lighter weight. Now, obviously, anytime you're towing with a half-ton, you do really need to make sure you are aware of your truck's actual specs. So you need to check tongue weight, overall weight, etc., etc. But with that being said, if you have a half-ton pickup, the most ideal trailer in the outdoors RV lineup is going to be a Creekside. They make 4 different floor plans: the 19 MKS, the 21 RBS, 21 KVS, and then also the 21 MKS bunk bed model. So out of all 4 of those floor plans, the 21 RBS is actually going to be the lightest weight, and it's the most open and spacious. So maybe you don't even have a half ton. Maybe you just want to have more maneuverability. This 21 RBS floor plan is really awesome, and it's been around for a long time, and rightfully so, because it is one of the best-selling Creeksides. So one thing I love about it is just how open and spacious it is. So obviously you're going to get the slide out here on this side. I love not having a wall here because then it just gives you more, it feels more open, especially in the 2025 model with the new lighter linen wallboard. So that also brightens it and makes it look bigger. So like I said, you've got the queen bed right here and then kitchen over here. So as you can see, it just really has an open and spacious feel. You definitely do not have any claustrophobic feelings in this floor plan because it's just really spacious. It is a rear door model. So you're going to enter right here. You have a nice pantry and wardrobe closet right at the entry door, as well as 2 nice big pull-out drawers, solid hardwood faces on all of the drawers, and because it's a titanium, you are going to have the solid hardwood raised panel doors. You also, because it's a titanium, there's a lot of features that come on the titanium. I'm not going to go into full depth on all of them. I will point out most of them in the video, but we do have a video link down below that shows you all of the items you get on a titanium series over a mountain. One is going to be the remote. So the remote will run the awning light, and also the slide out. So if you are somewhere where you're worried about your slide out hitting something, rather than running it off the button right here, you can actually take the remote, walk outside, and put it out while you're watching it go out. That way you can make sure you have plenty of clearance. Same with the awning. You do have controls right here at the door. So we option in a 12-volt fresh tank water heater, tank heater on each model. So that button is right here. You have your awning, your slide out buttons, water heater, water pump, etc. And then also the auto leveling. That's another feature that comes on the titanium series only. So when you get to where you're going, you push a button and the whole trailer auto levels. So you've got controls here as well as in the front compartment, which I'll show you when we walk around the outside. There is a flip-up countertop extension right here on the side in case you need a little bit more counter space here in the kitchen. Because it's a titanium, you're going to get the high arc faucet with the pull-out sprayer. As with all models, you're going to get the solid surface countertops. In the titanium, you're just going to get them next to the bed as well as in the bathroom. And they're a lighter color. That's one thing I don't point out enough with the titanium series, is that I actually prefer the colors a lot better in the titanium. So you get a nice lighter countertop, and so that's going to be throughout the coach, as well as more of a reclaimed wood look on the dining room table, and the 2-tone dinette, or if you have a model that has theater seating or a sofa, then you're going to get different colors as well. I just think that the titanium, it just looks a lot nicer. They've also come out with the new stainless steel refrigerator, so it just has a richer look to it. Stainless steel sink, it's a farm style sink, so you can actually fit a pot with a long handle in here to wash it, speaking from experience. You get the wire rack in the bottom to protect the bottom of the sink. All of the titaniums are also going to have all of the windows will be trimmed out in wood as well as around the slide out. So that's just a nice feature that they do on the titanium. You get a spice rack right here. You have a bank of 3 drawers as well as a cabinet underneath the sink. And also above. stainless steel microwave, stainless steel range cover, and then a stainless steel on the stove. You also have the glass stovetop cover so that you can use it as extra counter space if you're not cooking. And then when you are cooking, you just flip it up and you have a nice 3-burner range. And then back behind here, you have a knife rack. As you can see in this model, the 110 outlets are right on the wall. I get a lot of questions on where the 110 outlets are. Often, if you don't see them in a video, it's because they're right up here. So if there's some reason you don't see 110 outlets here, trust me, there's always going to be a couple. They just might be tucked up underneath the cabinets. As I stated earlier, they came out with the stainless steel Furrion fridge. This one doesn't have the shelf in it yet. But one thing I loved about mine is how deep the freezer is. You can store a lot of stuff in here. And this is going to be slightly smaller in the Creekside than it would be in the other models. So the Creekside, in order to keep the weight down, it's going to be built on a 6-inch I-beam chassis. Once you get up to the Timber Ridge, Backcountry's, Blackstones, they put them on an 8-inch I-beam chassis. When they do that, they give you a few extra features, but all of those features add weight. So there's a few differences, like if you were, say, comparing a 22 FQS Timber Ridge to this model. If your truck can pull it, there are a few features that you get on the Timber Ridge over the Creekside. But again, if you have a half-ton, it's ideal to stick with the Creekside series. One other thing to note with the new 12-volt fridge, I like to mention in all of my videos, is that we do recommend going with lithium batteries. And we're pretty much doing 3 of the Battleborn lithiums on the front tongue. Then we also do our powder-coated aluminum box, which I'll show you when we walk around the outside. We're also optioning in 600 watts of solar on Creekside models. If you have a bigger model, you can option in 1,000 watts of solar. There's only enough roof space on this particular unit to do the 600, so we're maxing that out. And it is a good rule of thumb to have 200 watts per battery. So 600 watts and 3 batteries is a perfect setup if you want a boondock in your Creekside. So coming over here, you've got the dinette. This is a mountain dinette, so it's huge. It does make down into a bed. The other thing that Outdoors RV is really good about doing is they use as big of a window as they possibly can. Obviously, that's going to add a little bit of price to the coach, but everybody wants bigger windows. There's nobody that's ever said, I wish this had smaller windows, right? And part of their 4 Seasons package, not only are all of the walls 2 inches thick, everything in the slide out, they do the exact same wall for the entire slide out. So obviously, if you're building a trailer that's equivalent to, let's say, a Yeti cooler, and you cut a hole in the side and put on a slide out, you want that slide out to have the exact same insulation that the rest of the trailer does, or you're going to lose all of your air conditioning and all of your heat out of the slide out. Outdoors RV, they go above and beyond and make an extremely well-built slide out box. It's rigid as well as being very well insulated. That way you're not cutting any of your 4 Seasons package down by having a slide out. It's really something that's important to note because most manufacturers do not do that. It's a very easy way to cut corners and costs to make a flimsy slide out box that does not have insulation. So when you're looking for a true 4 Seasons package, that is something to look for, as well as dual pane windows. So dual pane windows are going to give you an actual air in between the 2 pieces of glass. So that's going to give you added insulation as well as less condensation. The mountain dinette, like I said, it does make into a bed, and you do have storage on each side with a lock. And you have marine grade table legs, which makes it extremely sturdy. However, we have had a few people, quite a few people, in the 21 KVS as well as the 21 RBS that really would like theater seating instead of a dinette. So here at Thompson RV, we've kind of mastered the art of removing the dinette and putting either theater seating, 2 chairs, or the sleeper sofa in its place. So if that's something that you want done, we can do that. Get a skylight right here, and it does have a shade, so if it's a really sunny, hot day, you can close that. And as I stated earlier, the titanium is going to be all trimmed out in wood, and you have the blackout shades that are slow rise. The TV location in the 21 RBS is going to be right here. That is on a swivel, so it's easily seen from this spot. It's also easily seen from the bed. If you do opt for theater seating, you can swing it out like this. And then right across the way here, this is where you've got your DVD player. You can also hook up USB, HDMI. So there's lots of options as to what you can watch on this television. Obviously, there's also a TV antenna. There's a satellite hookup outside and cable hookup outside as well. But this is a DVD player. It also can play CDs, and it also is Bluetooth. So there's speakers outside. You can Bluetooth your phone and listen to the speakers out underneath the awning. As I stated earlier, this is a full 60 by 80 queen bed, so an actual queen bed, not a short queen like you find in a lot of RVs. The titanium mattress is the best mattress ever. I love mine. I've had mine not only in multiple trailers, but I have the exact same mattress at home because I loved it so much. And I've had customers that have since ordered the mattress from the company to put in their homes because they love their RV mattress more than their home mattress. So it is something that I absolutely love, and most people do as well. As I stated earlier, the titanium is going to have the solid surface countertops next to the bed, but you're also going to get under cabinet lighting as well as reading lights. And the reading lights are directional, so that's a really nice feature if you like to read in bed at night and you don't want to blind the other person. Versus the pancake light right here, it basically just shines on everybody except your book. So it's really nice to have these extra lights. You get a shirt ward on each side of the bed as well as extra storage above the bed, and that's on each side. Also on each side, you're going to get 110 outlets, 12-volt outlet, as well as a USB port that's also 12-volt. In all of our units, we're going to option in the Max Air Deluxe vent fans. So that has a built-in cover, so you can run it going down the road, you can run it in the rain. It's 10-speed, thermostatically controlled, and you can go exhaust or intake. Those are really nice if you're boondocking and you don't want to start up your generator to run your air conditioning. Up until probably about, for me, 90-ish degrees, I will just run my fans and don't even have to worry about air conditioning. You do have storage under the bed as well as a drawer on each side of the bed. And then right here, this cutout, this is for kicking your shoes or your slippers to get them out of the way. Now let's go to the back and take a peek at the bathroom. If you are comparing the bathrooms in the 4 Creekside models, the 21 RBS is going to be the only one with the corner shower and a glass door. It also, because it's a titanium, is going to have the upgraded hardware. So you get the soap holder as well as the adjustable shower head. And as always, there's a skylight up top for some of you taller folk. Over here, you're always going to get the solid hardwood medicine cabinet. And then because it's a titanium, stainless steel sink underslung with the solid surface countertops. And then the vanity mirror. We option in the Max Air fan. So in the bathroom, that will be an exhaust only 4-speed. It does have the built-in cover as well. And then you also get a pump switch. So if you stop along the side of the road and just need to pull over and use the restroom and you forget to hit the pump switch at the door, you can hit the pump switch right in here. USB-C port here in the bathroom. And then also a cabinet underneath the sink. And there is a towel hook right there for a hand towel. Porcelain toilet, as in all Outdoors RV models. Storage above the toilet. Additional towel hooks. And then also they they put in every single model a floor register for the heat as well as an air conditioning duct for the air conditioner. So the bathroom is going to stay the same temperature as the rest of the trailer. So now let's take a peek at what this looks like with the slide out in, and then we'll take a walk around the outside. Okay, with the slide out in, you can access all the way up to the front bed, the refrigerator, the stove, sink, everything. The bathroom is very easily accessible. The only thing we don't recommend is using the slide out when it is in the in position. So if you do stop and you want to use the dinette, just make sure you stop at a rest area where you can put the slide out. So a few of the coolest titanium features are going to be on the outside of the coach. As I stated earlier, you're going to get the auto leveling system. So when you park the trailer and you get to where you're going, you literally push a button and the whole trailer auto levels. One thing that also makes the trailer better is because when you're inside of the trailer and you've auto leveled, it is rock solid. So you don't typically have to go back out later on in your trip if you're staying for a few days and tighten up the jacks like you do on manual jacks. These are rock solid, and it just makes it feel like you're actually in a house when you're inside. There's no rock or side-to-side sway. Lamelux 4000 fiberglass is another titanium feature that I absolutely love. So it's going to be a higher gloss gray fiberglass. It's going to last a lot longer and stay a lot shinier with less work than a white-sided travel trailer. Rear entry model, so you're going to get the nice grab bar handle here with the triple aluminum step. Titanium will come with chrome handles and also the elongated window in the door. The awning is going to be fully electric. Again, you can run it off of the switch or off of that remote. It's also wrapped in aluminum to protect the fabric. And then you have the awning light, as you can see. All of the Outdoors RV products, so the Creekside, the Backcountry, Timber Ridge, everything is going to come with the Off-Road X4 suspension package. Now on a Creekside, you are gonna get 15-inch wheels and tires, but they're still gonna be Load Range E Goodyear Endurance tires. And then you're gonna get the All-Trek 4000 suspension, the heavy-duty shackles with bronze bushings, and the KYB off-road shocks. Right here, you've got 110 outlets, 6-gallon water heater, and this is going to be your access as well as venting. This is where you would fill your 78-gallon fresh water tank. This is your furnace, so venting and also access. They give you a quick disconnect LP hookup right here, so you can hook up either a barbecue or a fire pit. Another titanium feature is going to be the rear observation camera, and then now they're also adding in the side marker cameras. So you have a side marker camera on each side as well as a rear observation camera. They always give you slam latch doors, so that's a very nice feature, and then a magnetic catch when you raise it up. In here, all of this is going to be fully insulated because this is underneath your nightstands, so you definitely don't want any drafts coming up through the front compartment. So they've fully insulated the compartment, and then you have the rubberized diamond plate flooring for added protection. This particular model has 600 watts of solar, so you're going to have your charge controller as well as your battery kill switch, a light, 12-volt outlet, USB port, and also your auto leveling controls. So you have auto leveling controls right here as well as inside. Typically when I do mine, I'm going to do the auto leveling on the outside. Otherwise, if you do it from the inside, you can't move. You have to stand there until the auto leveling is done. So you want to do it from outside so that you can still actually walk around and do other things while the trailer is auto leveling. Coming around the front, you have diamond plate here in the front to protect it. And then you've got the fiberglass cap on the top half. We option all of ours in with the 4 battery tray. That way we can put on our 4 battery box. Now we call it a 4 battery, but that's back when the batteries were 6-volt or 12-volt batteries and they were just a skosh smaller than a lithium. Lithiums are just a little bit longer, so we can only fit 3. So now it's a 3 battery rack and a 3 battery box. But we would recommend 3 of the 100 amp hour Battleborns. They come in a heated and a non-heated version. Heated would be if you ever want to camp below freezing temperatures. Non-heated would be if you're not going to camp below freezing temperatures. We also recommend a Victron Smart Shunt. So that is a really cool little thing that goes in on the batteries and it'll Bluetooth to your phone. So I can go directly into my phone and tell exactly where my batteries are at. So it'll tell me they're at 60% or 70%. So it gives you a good gauge as to how long you can stay out, how well your solar is operating, that sort of thing. 2 7.5-gallon propane tanks. The front power jack is part of the auto leveling system, and then you have the hitch caddy right here. So your safety chains, your 7-way cord, and your breakaway cable can be up and out of the dirt, so they have a place for that to hang. The new underslung coupler, especially on half-ton models, when you disconnect from the trailer, and let's say you don't want to remove your equalizer hitch, you just want to run to town and get a few things, but you want to be able to drop down your tailgate, having this 4 inches lower than it used to be should allow you to get your tailgate down with your hitch still in the back of your truck. You have an additional door to the pass-through storage on this side. And then another titanium feature is going to be the slide-out topper. That is a must-have feature. So rather than having to get up on top of your trailer before you break camp, and brush everything off of the top of your slide out before you pull it in. The slide out topper doesn't allow anything to land on the top of the slide. So all of the water or debris is going to land right on top of the cover. When you pull in the slide out, it all just rolls right off the top. So definitely a feature that you should have. City water inlet, black tank flush. Right under here, you've got the valve handles for your black and your gray tank. 30 amp power cord hookup, satellite, as well as cable. The custom built chassis also has a 4-inch steel bumper, and you can store your sewer hose back in the bumper. We also option in the mountain storage package, so that's going to be the 2-inch receiver. Up to 250 pounds is what you can haul on that. So if you have e-bikes or bicycles or a generator or something of that nature, you can haul that on there. Backup lights are another titanium feature that are kind of a must-have, especially in conjunction with the rear observation camera. So when you get to where you're going, it's all fine and dandy to have a backup camera to see the space that you're parking in, but if it's dark and you need it illuminated, you also are going to want the backup lights. Full-size spare tire cover with a Thompson RV spare tire cover. Outside shower. And then also a nice heavy-duty ladder to access the roof. We do recommend that you get up on the roof once every 6 months or so to check the roof sealants. So it's nice to have a good way to get up and down safely. The roof is a full walk-on roof too. So if you have any questions on how much your half-ton can tow or differences between certain models, please feel free to give us a call here at Thompson RV. Anyone here can help you.